Hey, this is Justin with eXp Realty, the Cooper Real Estate Group. Just wanted to give you a quick market update for February 2021. So let's take a look at the stats. So let's talk about what's going on in the real estate market right now. I took a look at single family homes that sold between January 1st, 2020 and March 5th, 2020 versus January 1st, 2021 and March 5th, 2021. So the number of homes that were sold in 2020 during that time period was 162 homes. In 2021, during that same time period, 222 homes. That's a 37% increase. Now, if you're a buyer out there, you've probably been dealing with multiple offer scenarios where more than one person is trying to purchase a house that you would like to purchase. So I thought it was an interesting thing to look at. The number of multiple offers in 2020, there were about 95 of them on different properties. And in 2021, there were 263 multiple offers. That's a 177% increase. Now, not all of those homes, not all of those 162 homes or 222 homes had multiple offers on it. The number of homes in 2020 with multiple offers on it was 38 versus 2021 with 84 different homes with multiple offers on it. That's a 121% increase. Also, I think it's important to look at the sold versus list price breakdown here. So in 2020, 97%, homes sold for 97% of the list price, whereas in 2021, 99% of list price. So not a huge change there. Also, another thing to look at is the inventory levels. Obviously, this is kind of what's driving prices right now, this and interest rates. But inventory levels in 2020 were 3.8 months. Right now in 2021, we only have about 1.5 months worth of inventory, which is a decrease of 61%. Pretty crazy. And again, this is kind of the supply and demand issue. There's a lot of buyers out there that are looking, willing, and ready to buy, but just not that many sellers. I would assume this is probably a little bit due to COVID. Perhaps once some of these restrictions get lifted and people feel comfortable with letting people in their house, this should change and hopefully go up to 4 or 5 or 6 months worth of inventory. And what inventory basically means is, when you have 1.5 months worth of inventory, that means if there's no other homes that come on the market, all the homes will be sold in 1.5 months. This was just more of an interesting one for me to look at median sales price growth since 2011. So 2011 was really the bottom of our market here in Nevada County. And you can see this top line shows that you could buy, or median sales price was $214,000, which is pretty awesome. You certainly don't see that anymore these days. But going into the current, 1120 to 121, the median sales price was $509,000. That's a $295,000 increase and 138% increase. As you can see, all these other counties kind of have a similar thing going on. Nevada County is just slightly under Yuba County in terms of price growth. Here's another interesting statistic that I noticed. The median sales price since 2006. So 2006 was really the market high before the major recession happened. So if you look over here, properties, median sales price of properties are right around $450,000. Today, actually, this is 2020, for the average or median sales price for the year was $465,000. So we are above the levels that we saw back in 2006. So again, we're going to talk about inventory levels because that's a big portion of what's driving the market increase right now. That, and as I mentioned, interest rates. But if you look here, back in 2020, right around this same time period, we had about 4 months worth of inventory. That is still a seller's market. You don't see a neutral market until you get to about 6 months right up here. Anything above 6 months is more of a buyer's market. So we are way far away from being in a buyer's market. But you can also see that, this is kind of around the time COVID hit back in March 2020. So you can see just a major drop off of sales during that time, or not sales, but homes on the market during that time period. So as of 2/21, there's only 1.2 months worth of inventory on the market. Now, normally this time of year we should be seeing an increase of listings for the spring and summer season. That's kind of the hottest time in the market, the peak in the market. So we will see what this next month has to offer. So let's take a look at median home prices over the past year here. As you can see, median home prices increased 29% year over year in Nevada County. It's a huge number, folks. And if you're a buyer, it's a tough time out there. We already discussed the multiple offers, the lack of inventory. If you're a seller, everything's fantastic for you. The only problem is, if you are looking to buy here in California, you will have to face some of the same issues that people purchasing your house are facing. So fantastic time to be a seller, not so much if you're a buyer. And let's take a look at average days on the market. So, normally around this time, our days on the market are pretty high. It's still pretty slow. We still haven't hit the spring selling season quite yet. But you can see just, looking from February 2020 to February 2021, that's a pretty big difference. 64 days. Did I get that right? Yeah, 64 days versus 49 days on the market. And I would suspect that those days on market are going to continue to fall as we go into the spring and summer, and the market gets heated up even more. Another big factor, as we spoke of before, with driving the real estate market right now is the interest rates. They are just unbelievably low right now. Back in January 2021, they hit an all-time low at 2.65%. Now, they've gone up a little bit over the past couple of months, and we are expecting to see those interest rates continue to rise a little bit as we go through the year. Out into June, we're looking about 3%. I'm not an interest rate guy. I have no clue, but this is just kind of what I've been reading. So interesting to look at. Still, the trouble with being a buyer is there's not enough homes on the market. And dealing with the multiple offers, but at the same time, you have fantastically low interest rates, which will help you purchase more house than if you're dealing with a higher interest rate. You got to have more money out per month. So still a fantastic time to buy, even though it is tough. So keep on at it, everybody, and thanks so much for watching.